Hello and welcome to the Multi F1 podcast. We are back. I can't quite believe it myself. It's been almost 3 years now, but we are actually finally back. So your patience has been rewarded, Theo, Finn, and Josh. But we are here, and yeah, we're ready. We've also got ourselves a new presenter in the form of Jordan Beard. Want to say a few words, Jordan? Introduce yourself.
Well, I'm a foreigner to these guys. I met Grendon at college. That's about it. That's about it.
I didn't need
You
your
are
whole life
known
story, man.
as a...
Shut up, Fraser. We don't care about you. Right, so let's get right into it. Right into the Formula One, okay? So the news out today, but will probably be, yesterday, I guess, or many years whenever
you're hearing this
gets released. Saudi Arabia have released their full track map today.
I like it. I don't mind. It's better than Hanoi.
Well, that doesn't take much, does it?
Exactly, but it's a Middle Eastern street track. It was never going to be the next Bahrain or anything.
But should they even be racing in Saudi Arabia? I mean, there's the many controversies there with Saudi Arabia's human rights violations, and it's all a bit of a controversy that F1's even there in the first place. Obviously, a lot of people have been protesting about it.
Just like how F1's going. It's just money. Two of the teams are owned by drivers' dads. They're taking money off anyone now.
Mm-hmm. Especially with how expensive it's all getting.
I very much doubt anything's really going to be stopped out there. I mean, obviously, as I said, people are protesting against Saudi Arabia hosting a Grand Prix, but I think Formula One is just going to charge through with it unless something catastrophic happens.
Yeah. Well, in all honesty, I think the track layout is okay. However, I think it is way too tight. There was hardly enough room for two cars from what I've seen on the virtual video I put up.
The onboard they released, that last hairpin is huge. There's so much runoff space at that, which I'm thinking that's going to be the main.
Yeah, it's just going to be dive bomb central there.
Exactly.
I don't want runoff space, and I don't want walls either. I don't like
gravel
circuits. Yeah, exactly. I want gravel because walls on a street circuit, right? Drivers are too afraid.
There's going to be gravel on a street circuit
because it's catastrophic. Like if you crash into the wall at a street circuit, it's catastrophic. It's pretty much your race over. So drivers, are scared and they all follow each other around single file.
Just like Monaco.
And occasionally, like in Baku, you'll get a couple big crashes, but you get big crashes at all the race circuits. What you need is bloody gravel at the side of the track. You don't want walls because gravel drivers are more like, oh yeah, I'll take that risk, because you can kind of skim through gravel. But if you get too greedy, you're fucked, right? So, gravel's the way to be going, not these bloody street circuits. It's becoming Formula E.
I mean, there's big crashes in Formula E. Did you see? I can't remember who it was, but someone just got flipped.
One that went upside down.
Yes.
I did see that, but I don't follow Formula E at all.
No one does.
Because it's awful.
Because it's Formula E. I mean, that itself has so many problems.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned big crashes, and the one name you'd think of when you say big crashes, Romain Grosjean. And there's an update on him. After his catastrophic fire in Bahrain, he's decided to keep racing. He's doing IndyCar instead. What can go wrong there? It was dangerous type of motorsport. You look at the crashes and how horrific they all look. He's joining them now. And a few weeks ago, he had a test. So you get used to the car, how it's going. And he crashed in it.
Yeah.
So not the best of starts for him there.
Well, as we were saying earlier, I mean, I hadn't actually heard about this until literally today, even though, I mean, when did this actually happen?
Oh, a few weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I hadn't even heard about it. That's how little I care about Grosjean now.
Yep.
I mean, everybody kind of loves him because of Bahrain. Probably going to have to cut that out because that's going to make me very unpopular. But
who cares? I don't give a shit about Grosjean,
Thing is, I don't understand why. I mean, sure, everybody's kind of like, oh yeah, it's like a miracle that he survived and that, but it's kind of how he became a saint. I kind of feel sorry for Magnussen in a way. I mean, I don't like Magnussen either, but it's just kind of like they were kind of. Well, it's just that he's just disappeared now. Nobody gives a shit, but everybody loves Grosjean because he almost died.
Yeah.
No, I mean everyone no one cared about Magnussen at all. His only trait was
something
something balls.
Grosjean apart from the memes and the crashing.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the worst part is
What did Magnussen have?
yeah.
Ball
Suck the
sucking.
balls.
Yeah.
The worst part about that Bahrain crash was as well, it was blatantly his fault as well, because how he cut across against Kvyat, just utterly stupid.
But
in typical Grosjean fashion.
So anyway,
to the sprint racing that's going to be happening this year at 3 Grand Prix, apparently. As I'm currently
do we know which ones they are? Because I can't remember them.
I think it's going to be one. I don't know about the other two, because we're really knowledgeable and insightful.
I thought they're doing it at Imola, aren't they? Imola's one.
What, the second race in?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'll look this up now. But
Yeah. So, can you talk us through the format of the sprint race, Razor?
Logan can do that while I'm looking up. Is Imola doing it?
I don't know anything about it.
No, I don't know. I was waiting for the crucial insight from you, Karan.
I mean, I think it's just supposed to take place on a Saturday, but it's going to be it's not going to be part of the championship.
Yeah, so they're still going to have.
Yeah,
so they're going to have the 2 practice sessions, which are now an hour, and then quali, which determines the grid on Sunday. But then this sprint race has just been thrown in as
fun.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Montreal, Monza, and Interlagos.
Wait, so it's not at Silverstone? Or
No.
Imola? Oh, I could have sworn somebody said about Silverstone.
Yeah, so did I.
Well, I'll take those 3.
Knowledgeable F1 people we are.
Yes.
I mean, there's 3 good tracks on tablet. Like, this is like a Monaco qualifying race, which would be the most dullest affair ever. But
Russell would win that one.
Would he? Oh yeah, because it's reverse grid, isn't it?
Yep.
Or is that who even knows?
He would have already won a race by now had it not been for Fraser Middleton and John worked out the other night.
Yep.
As
this is a surprise to me.
Didn't you meet Jack Aitken at the?
I did. Yes, we know like this.
If you'd killed him at the David Coulthard Museum, if you'd put him in that simulator that was there, strapped him in,
very high quality.
Left.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if you'd killed him, right, he wouldn't have spun at Sakir, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Mercedes wouldn't have felt the need to pit under safety car,
Mm-hmm.
and they wouldn't have made that colossal blunder that cost the
complication with the tyres.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes, but then he still would have got a puncture, wouldn't he?
No,
because he changed tyres.
Yeah, and you got a puncture on the new
Yeah,
tyres.
he could have got a puncture.
And who even said he got a puncture? I think it's all a big conspiracy.
Yes.
I don't even think it happened. He went purple, purple, purple. And then it was kind of like, oh, sorry, mate, you got a puncture. Purple, purple, purple again.
Yeah, and then
It's
pit.
fine. And
Yeah.
he reported no problems with the car. And as a driver, you're kind of the one who actually feels everything. Or
Yeah.
as far as
Yeah,
I'm
but you
aware,
don't feel a slow puncture until it becomes a real puncture. So.
Yeah. And also the fact that Mercedes haven't said a word about it afterwards. I mean,
Yeah.
usually when Mercedes has how open they are with stuff, kind of
Yep.
analysis they give,
Mhm.
they didn't mention it at all. They tend to go, here's the tyre that had a slow puncture. Here's the data we had to show it. I mean, there tends to be stuff like that Mercedes do to actually kind of give an insight.
I mean, it's been so long since it happened that I'm sure there was
I'm not over it.
data released.
I'm never going to be over it.
Yeah, I remember me and Logan called each other as he got that puncture in tears nearly. Just
I
after we won that
was in
seed
tears.
match.
I was on the floor sobbing.
Yep, it was.
I mean, I used to.
A tragic time.
I used to be against an unpopular opinion of like everyone loved Russell last year before Bahrain, even before Bahrain. Everything he's so good, he's going to be next world champion as soon as he gets to Mercedes. Blah 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 blah. All because of what he's out qualifying 2 Ferrari powered cars.
Yeah, but I think you've got to look further back as well than how he dominated F2 that season, and he beat all the juniors then, who are currently in F1 too, doing very well.
One of them is.
Well, Norris
2.
is doing pretty
No,
well.
1. Yeah, 1. That's the only one
Albon
left.
got dropped, but that's partly because of that Red Bull, and then obviously Leclerc
wasn't in that year.
drivers on the grid, but yeah, I know.
Leclerc can beat
we can
Russell
go
in
off
equal
the
cars.
virtual Grand Prix, which he won many times.
Yes.
We know that's a real,
Mm.
barriers as
Yeah.
to how a driver's actually performing. He
Yep.
absolutely decimated everybody.
Mm.
That's all the evidence you need that Russell is the best driver on
Absolutely.
the grid.
Is it now?
Million times better than Hamilton and just everybody combined. He's
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
Now, I think the one thing we can all agree on, the best way to tell who's going to win the championship is winter testing. As we're recording this is the week after testing is finished.
Verstappen's going to be world champion.
Mm.
Yep.
And,
Mercedes are going to be mid-table.
probably even below mid-table, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I'll be at the back with Mazepin.
Yep. Aston Martin and they're going to be at the back as well.
Yep.
Well, actually, quite genuinely, all jokes aside, I am a little bit worried about Aston Martin because
I
of
am
their
too.
performance. And also, they're the only team that technically has a new car in the way because they have a completely new monocoque and chassis.
Yep.
And so they're the only team that's actually changed that. And so they're the only ones that are kind of in the unknown at the moment about actually how their car is probably going to perform in the season. And because of they put some quick times in, but their reliability was pretty crap. And obviously Vettel had those issues.
Yes, it was only Vettel that really had the
it's true.
reliability issues, which makes you think.
Doing quite well.
Yes.
Exactly, makes you think. Was he better at Ferrari? Was he treated better at Ferrari than being Stroll's little bitch?
He was until Arriva Bene left.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Binotto came along, it all went south.
The clown.
I mean, honestly, Arriva Bene was so good for Ferrari. I still don't know why he got sacked, to be honest.
Ferrari's just
But
such an agenda.
I mean, to be honest, Arriva Bene's probably just like...
laughing.
Yeah, exactly.
Has he still got a job in Ferrari? Or is he...
I don't know. He's probably got that much money. He's just retired in a Swiss lodge, just laughing at them. A glass of whiskey.
I swear he is like retired to an extent, unless he's got like not a smaller role in Ferrari, but kind of
like an advising role, something like that.
Sort of role, rather than the main one. But I think I saw some photos of him just kind of lounging around up in sort of like the hills in Italy, just kind of chilling, laughing at Binotto and the mess he's caused. So I definitely don't think Vettel's better off at Ferrari with Binotto in charge. But
will he be made to let Stroll win?
Yes.
Will he be a number 2 driver?
Yes.
Unfortunately,
well, he might not be a number 2. Maybe even will be to an extent.
I think unless he's convincingly beaten Stroll, he won't be.
He will.
Race.
Yeah, hopefully.
Because Stroll is the worst driver on the grid. Second worst.
Not. I don't know.
Second worst.
Wait, Stroll's the second worst.
Yeah.
Popularity, yeah. I don't know about.
Quality too.
Pole at Turkey.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not a particularly big fan of Stroll, and I certainly don't think he's the best. But he's competent. He's a decent midfielder, I'd say.
Good.
Yeah, definitely.
But I really would love to see Vettel whoop his ass.
Oh God.
Hopefully.
Hopefully that happens.
I think many people would, to be honest.
It'd be nice to see Vettel doing well again.
Can't imagine there's too many people that wish the opposite.
No?
Can't imagine there's too many people that wish the opposite. I hope Stroll
Probably
thumps Vettel.
Daddy Stroll.
Yeah.
True. I mean,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Liveries?
No. We're going to go on to the rookies now.
The rookie class of the 2021 season.
I'd like to start positively with Tsunoda, who's been looking very good, to be honest. And I've seen him in a few interviews, and I've taken quite a liking to him, actually. I mean,
he's nice, isn't he? He's nice.
He is nice. He's
very short.
He's a bit small, but
he's the only driver this season who needs a booster seat in his car.
kind of
Yes.
lovely though. Even like in interviews, I've been
Yeah.
kind of like, he gives off nice vibes.
When they announced,
like-
like when they done the car reveal, him his nice little jumper he had on. His mum knit him.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about him then, but as I said, now I've seen him in interviews. I've seen him, talking about the team and like what he's doing. I mean, obviously he was second fastest in testing.
He
Yeah,
seems to
I
be doing
think-
what he's doing his whole career and like
Hmm.
just managing to get the hang of like a new car every season. F2, he got to grips with the F2 car dead quick. F3 like that. Like,
And that's
But with
interesting
regarding
because-
his testing time compared to Verstappen, he was on a softer compound than Verstappen, the C4 versus the C5, and he also used his DRS a lot more because in testing there's no limits on when the
I
DRS can
saw
be used on
that.
the straight.
Yeah.
So I think he was using it like 140 meters before the DRS boards. So therefore he made a heck of a lot of time there as well.
No, but I don't think AlphaTauri's necessarily going to be kind of one of the best teams or anything.
Well, I
still
think they've got
they'll
one
be
of the
in the
best
midfield.
driver lineups for the Gasly
I
and
think Gasly and
Tsunoda.
Tsunoda are going to be strong.
yeah,
nothing wrong with it.
Sure.
There's no problems with them too.
Yeah,
But kind of going back to what you were saying about how Tsunoda kind of gets to grips with the cars quickly. Going on to one of the other rookies, Schumacher. I mean, obviously we've not seen too much, and the Haas is probably going to be the worst car on the grid.
Yep.
So it'll be
Yeah,
kind of hard
focus
to
on next
tell.
year.
Well, exactly, and so
This is a
that
complete
works
practice year for
but
Schumacher
kind of
and
as we've
the other one.
Yeah, as we've seen through like Schumacher's kind of history, he takes like a year or so to get.
He's the
to grips
opposite,
with the
yes.
car,
Mhm.
whereas
Yeah.
Tsunoda's like straight away. But Schumacher, it takes that kind of a season as such to kind of get used to it, and then he's.
But
Like
then when
incredible.
he gets used to it, he's just
Yeah.
mega.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I think, to be honest, it's kind of going to work well for Schumacher because he's going to have this year to get used to the Haas,
Mhm.
and where it's not going to matter anyway because I really doubt they're going to be getting points.
Yeah, I reckon they'll be
Yeah, this
staying
is
dead
just-
last,
often, if at all.
100%.
So, but then when hopefully they've developed the car a bit more for next year, he'll be settled into kind of Haas F1, and he's going to be able to absolutely just blitz it.
Yep. Well, I reckon they'll just be even more of a Ferrari beating than they are now. Kind of what Aston did with Mercedes last year, or the pink Mercedes. So they'll be somewhere in the upper to midfield.
I agree with that one.
Yep.
Do we talk about the other rookie?
Oh, everyone's favorite Russian driver,
Ah, yes.
Nikita Mazepin,
Driving for the American team under the neutral flag.
in the Russian car.
Yeah. Yes, it's not a Russian flag there, apparently. It's just some stripes in a particular order.
It's just some
Even though they
coincidence
aren't
that.
the sponsor's actual colours.
Yeah.
Because I saw somebody say it was like green and sort of white and red, kind of.
Oh,
Like
is it?
the Castrol
Oh.
colours? You know, the Castrol sponsorship.
Yeah. The red
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
They said they should
Saw
have gone
that.
for that, seen as those are the actual colours of the sponsor.
Hmm.
But because obviously Mazepin can't race under the Russian flag because of all the doping crap,
Yep.
he's they've chucked it on his car, which I think is a bit shit for Schumacher. I've got to admit.
Oh yeah,
It'd be
he's
it'd
like
be nice if they could have chucked a bit of German flag on there as well. But oh
Mhm.
well. It's,
you see the concept of having like Mazepin has like the Russian blue, white, and red car. Then on the other half, Schumacher has the black, red, white, yellow flag on his car.
Yeah.
That looks quite nice. Also, they can't do that.
But when your driver's dad's a billionaire, I guess they get their way, don't
It
they?
is pretty much Mazepin's team now, seeing as his dad.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's
owns-
Now, do we know how much
taking
they've given to Haas so far, or is that still unknown?
no one even cares about Schumacher's dad, does he?
Well, he can't really do much, can he? I mean, I know Mazepin's dad holds like half, or owns half of that company.
Oh, he's loaded. He makes Lawrence Stroll look like a little poor
I
boy.
know he's like the richest dad as such on the grid.
My dad's bigger than your dad.
Well, yeah, I know,
Oh, the
I
day
know he's- I
the
know
day
his
that
mum and
Mazepin
dad is
crashed into
strong.
Stroll, because will happen, because as much as Mazepin's been a dick off track, he's a bigger dick on track.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, did you see the thing where he was having a good old chuckle about almost crashing into Hamilton?
Yeah,
in testing?
he's already he's even in testing. He's
Yeah,
pushing drivers to the limits.
I mean, you can take that.
He's
going
gonna be eaten alive.
Yeah, but you can take it two ways of kind of. It was a bit of like that was close. But
Yep.
just from kind of listening to his voice, I think he enjoyed that. And
He
listened
did.
to it too
He
much.
did. He was
There
like,
was a bit of like glee in his voice, how he almost crashed into Hamilton. It doesn't give me good vibes.
Yeah, it will be.
See, I always thought he was a great person until he crashed into Hamilton. I always thought he was a cracking bloke. I always thought he was a cracking bloke until he crashed into Hamilton. Nothing wrong with him at all.
Yes. That brings us on to Mercedes testing, doesn't it? You know how smoothly that went. Missing half a day straight out the gates with gearbox issues, then the car looks unstable through the corners. Well, what are your thoughts?
Mercedes and Red Bull have done a complete 180 from like last year. Because last year, everyone talked about how the Red Bull was looking undrivable at times, how jittery it was coming out of corners. And they're saying the exact same things about Mercedes now. As Red Bull looks stable as fuck.
Yep.
That's my technical analysis.
Yeah. But is it that fast though, the Red Bull? Because we don't have a clue on engine.
They told the timesheet, so that's Max Verstappen, world champion 2021 is confirmed now.
Or could it be Perez?
No.
I mean, I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
And it'd be great for.
I wouldn't.
I think Perez will be an awful lot closer to Verstappen than his previous teammates have been.
It's not hard. It's not hard.
But I think he'll be within like a couple of attempts of Verstappen, but he won't be beating him regularly unless. But I think what he will do is he'll be taking the fight as well. It'll be like a two-way fight.
See, I was going to say this. It'll be like 2017 Ferrari Mercedes.
Yeah.
You'll have
I think both
Hamilton and Verstappen fighting, then you'll have Bottas and Perez. Yep.
Yeah. So, I still think Mercedes will win the Constructors' Championship 4 races before the end.
No, they're finishing third.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Because Alpine are taking that second place
away.
Oh,
really?
Really?
Yes.
Not a chance.
Yes.
Will it be Ocon, won't it, Fraser?
It will be Ocon. Ocon is sending Alonso into retirement. He should be back.
What would you rather have Hulkenberg take that seat than over Alonso, or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, I like Alonso being back, but if you're talking about Hulkenberg having a seat, then hell yeah, I'd rather have Hulkenberg out.
It's nice how Alonso for a race, but he'll get whingy again after Ocon just keeps beating him, being faster than him.
I don't think he will beat him. I think Alonso's still got it. Very similar age to Hamilton and Raikkonen, and they can still perform. So
Raikkonen can still perform. Can he fuck?
Yeah, he still pulls out the odd thing in the bag. Did you see a start at Turkey?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, no, not Turkey. Portimao.
He can perform, but I don't think Raikkonen has kind of the eagerness and the desire to.
Well, no, he's just there for fun at this point. It's just a hobby.
Yeah, exactly. He's there for fun.
Yeah.
He's there to just kind of. I mean, he's making millions for driving a F1 car, like pretty much every.
It's just a hobby for him, isn't it?
But it is, and I think that's why he's not actually interested in kind of pursuing, kind of getting as fast as possible. I mean, sure, he'll be wanting to help the team with that, but I don't think he'll be the same as Alonso, because I think Alonso still wants to prove something. Because I think Alonso is.
What's he got left to prove?
I think he wants
the third championship.
He can't win a championship in the Alpine.
Well, they may do the new regs changes. That's what he's gambling on, isn't it?
Oh, no way is he staying for 2 years, is he?
Well, it's a 2-year contract, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a 2-year contract, yeah.
Oh, great.
So there we go. But yeah, obviously he would have joined back for this year when the rule changes were initially meant to come in, but obviously they got delayed because of COVID.
Well, that was the idea. He was going to start with the new regulations.
Yeah, and then if they've got a chance of winning.
But I think if Alpine isn't competitive with the reg change, he'll leave.
Yep.
But I think he's kind of just wanting to come for this third championship for sure.
Just see what it's like.
Yep, definitely.
I don't think
he's not getting it, so he's wasting his time.
But again, it's probably like Raikkonen. It's just kind of like, well, what is there better to do, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, or can cycle in the spare time.
Yeah, exactly. Or I can come back and drive an F1 car and get paid millions to do it every other weekend.
Yeah.
It's like, why wouldn't you?
I have to say, it is the ugliest F1 car to look at.
We'll get to that in a second. We'll do that. Oh, no, we'll do it now. Livery rankings.
Yeah.
From worst to best.
Alpine is not the worst looking one.
No, I didn't say
I'd
about the
No way.
livery. The engine bulge is horrid. I want to vomit every time I see it. The livery is nice, but then the livery looked different on the launch spec than the testing spec because it got that stupid.
Yeah, it would do.
Moved all the heating up to the top of the engine for some reason, even though that ruins your centre of gravity and everything. But apparently,
because it's got a higher.
Makes it higher, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I don't really know what their thought process is there, but yeah. But yeah, I think the worst looking overall.
And they've always tried different things.
Yeah.
So okay, so worst livery, Jordan, go.
Haas.
Ferrari.
Haas.
The green's horrible, and I quite like the Haas. As much as what it stands for is terrible.
Yeah, but
The
they're not going
livery's
to race
quite
with the green,
nice.
though, are they?
No,
Because it's only because they don't like nicotine sponsors, so it'll just.
Oh,
be
is
back
that
to,
why?
like-
Is that why it's green?
Yeah, it's Mission Winner
Oh,
now,
thank
whatever they call it.
fuck.
Yeah, because when did you see it last year or the year before? You hardly saw it ever, did you?
Exactly, but why didn't they just make it green then?
Well, I have a bit of a theory, just to get some more, screen
Is it
time. with
confirmed? Okay.
just to get kind of more advertising and more attention due to it. They just did it this hideous colour, just so everyone would talk about them, just so they kind of get their money's worth for the advertising.
Yeah, because when I see that car, I think, I want to smoke a cigarette now. Wait, no,
Yes.
no one even knows what it's for. It's weird tobacco
So-
advertising.
Even a weird name.
No, but the Haas delivery's quite nice in itself.
No.
No, I really
It's
don't
so
like it.
bland and boring.
Yeah, I hate the look of it, and I
I
hate
mean,
what it stands
even
for.
without kind of what it stands for, where it's the Russian flag. I mean, because when I initially saw it, it took me a couple of seconds to click it was the Russian flag, and I just looked at it for what it was, and even then I thought it looked shit as well. And then I was like, oh shit, that's the Russian flag as well. And I was like,
Yeah.
That's a bit...
Okay, so who's ninth?
Williams for me.
I was-
I'm not a fan of the
I agree with
stripes.
that as well. I'd say the Williams looks a bit mad. It looks better in the flesh than it did in that kind
I
of.
like the
virtual
front
mock-up
with the
though.
yellow, like the nose view, but then whenever you see like the engine cover with the stripes vertical, I'm not a fan of it at all.
I think I'm going to agree with you.
Crikey, it's going well.
Eighth.
Alfa Romeo, not that bothered by it really.
No! Oh, you're so wrong.
I'm not that bothered by it. I don't really like the inverted colour scheme they've gone for. I preferred last
Oh,
year.
you're
It's a
so
bit boring at this
wrong.
point. I
don't
ain't too
like-
bothered by it.
The halo on the Alpha,
Yeah,
because it looks like it's been plopped on. I wish it kind of flowed better, the kind of the
Mhm.
red into the white. But
Yep.
apart from that, I think the Alpha's alright. I think probably the Mercedes. I still don't like that with the AMG.
really.
And I prefer. I mean, while I understand why they've gone with the black livery as well, with kind of the Black Lives Matter thing as well. But I still visually prefer the silver. I just. and I know I'm
Silver looks way
unusual
much
thinking
better.
that, but I think the silver looks better than the black.
Yep, their
I
2019
disagree
spec
with that as
I think
well.
the
delivery
black
was.
in itself looks
Mwah.
a bit basic as well, but that's just speaking.
No, the
purely
2019. Oh, 2019. I can't remember that. I think last year's silver
I
spec.
didn't like that either. I still prefer the silver.
Eighth, I'm going Red Bull.
Oh, I understand the message.
7,
Yeah.
you muppet.
It's getting kind of
hasn't
too
seen
meh
this
for me. Everything above this is just so much nicer.
Yeah, I mean it's just.
See, I'll
It's-
put Red Bull 7.
Yeah, it's a bit stale at this
Okay.
point. Then I also don't really like the AlphaTauri livery.
I'll probably put the Alpha.
Are your
7
eyes
in
just not
for
working or
that.
something?
I've
What is
never
wrong
really
with
liked
you
it.
two?
I didn't get the hype when they joined F1 last year.
Okay, last year's wasn't that great, but this year
It looks
See,
the
If you
same.
watch it-
I think last year's. Was
It's not the
better than
same.
This year.
I know they've inverted the colours again, but it's still just a bit meh. Well, I'm still not
so
a fan of
wrong.
it.
Seventh, who I got seventh? I think seventh. I've got a Haas. It's nice looking than when you put it, but
I mean,
after that,
after that, what we got left? Aston Martin.
sixth.
No.
It's not sixth.
No. I was just talking to myself.
Okay,
mean-
right.
Probably Alpine next for me. I
No, again, wrong.
It's a bloody opinion. It's not a fact.
It's a wrong opinion.
God damn it, you idiot. What's yours then, Brendan?
I think the McLaren still looks the best, even though it's kind of been rehashed.
Yep.
The Aston Martin's second best,
Mhm.
but Alpine third, and the rest can kind of just fight it out.
See, I've got McLaren 6th.
What?
That's a wrong opinion.
Yeah.
I don't like it, Fraser. That's a wrong opinion.
We've got to cancel him now.
You're wrong. No.
I'm not.
Wow.
It's the exact same as last year. I know it's good.
Doesn't
It's a nice
matter if
livery.
It's the same.
It's-
It's
yeah,
kind
no,
of like
okay.
with Red Bull.
So,
That's been the
from
same
sixth-
since 2008, but I still think it looks alright.
From now onwards, they're all really nice, but the ones
Yeah.
above are just better.
Yeah. Well, fair enough.
In fact,
then.
no. Mercedes is 6th. I'll put McLaren 5th.
Mm.
It's
Nah.
right
You're
in the-
wrong.
Let's
So,
just agree to disagree.
Moving on, because I don't like you, Fraser.
Aston Martin's the best looking car on the grid. No, Alfa Romeo.
No, that's
Oh,
not.
Alpha, Aston.
Let's just stop right there. And
Well, Fraser, you're wrong. Championship
Yeah.
predictions now. Mercedes, Red Bull, Aston Martin, McLaren, AlphaTauri, Alpine, what is it? Alpha, Williams, Haas. Logan.
Right, let's just slow that down.
no, Mercedes,
That is my predictions.
Red Bull, McLaren, Alpine, Aston Martin, Ferrari. Who am I
So
missing?
constructors
This is
first.
just the bottom three now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Alpha, Williams, Haas.
Yeah, I think Williams will be
Okay,
ninth,
whatever.
definitely.
I think
10th
Williams
Haas.
will beat Haas.
Yeah, 10th Haas.
Yep.
Yeah.
9 Williams.
Yeah, yeah. It's
8 Alfa Romeo.
Yep.
7th Aston Martin.
Ooh.
6th. Oh, I don't like this.
Fraser, you're wrong again. Mercedes are going to be like
See,
10 seconds
that's-
faster than everyone
Those
else.
are just the wrong facts there.
Yeah.
I'll bet you a fiver.
The
Mercedes
facts are that
still
the
win
Red Bull is the fastest car.
constructors and Lewis Hamilton
It's only
wins the
testing.
championship. I
Exactly,
think-
which means Max Verstappen will be champion and so will Red Bull. That's how it works.
I think Red Bull will take the fight to Mercedes this year. I think they'll be a lot closer than they were.
It
last
could be
year. I think
similar
they'll
to-
win more races,
It
But-
could be similar to 17-18 with Ferrari and Merc.
but I think Mercedes will still come out on top. Hamilton will still come out as the drivers' champion, and I'm not even a Hamilton fanboy, and I'm still saying that. I just think he will be, and I think everybody's just going to be a lot closer, but everybody's still going to finish in around the same position they did last year.
Yep.
But I think it will be a bit tighter.
Yep. Pretty much the
Will
same.
there be more or less podium winners?
I reckon there'll
as
be
last year?
more jumbled up podiums. A, because of the grid, a lot closer, and B, there's more races. So statistically, there could be.
Okay, true.
So
I think there'll be about the same amount of winners, but I think
Mm.
there'll be more different podiums.
yep, definitely. So yeah, but well.
And obviously, moving on to the other news, we've got Drive to Survive tomorrow.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to that.
I'm not looking forward to it either because it's going to be crap.
Yep.
Because
It's not. It's the best thing to happen to F1.
It's not. It's going to be rubbish, but I'm still going to watch all
Yep.
10 episodes when it
Yep.
comes out tomorrow.
I can't not watch it as an F1
because
fan,
it's
but I
still
hate
going
it.
to be fun to watch while I still wait for F1 to come back. But I'm still going to come away from it feeling disappointed. I know I am because there won't be enough insight.
Mhm.
And I know everybody says, "Oh, you're trying to make it more boring, and
Yep.
it's not good for F1 fans." I understand what it's for. It is to get new F1 fans in, but I'm just going to say it while I'm going to watch it. I'm probably not going to like it myself.
Yep. Like, I want the insight. I want the cameras to be inside the debrief at the Sakio Grand Prix. I want them to-
the
I
whole
want them to
debrief. I
f-
want
But
the
they
whole
won't-
thing.
I
don't
want
just
them to
a couple
find that
sentences.
bloody tyre and see if it had a hole in it anywhere.
Yep.
Yep. So I don't think it will. It'll just be over dramatized and just.
It will be over dramatized.
That'll be a Grosjean episode of him being a baked spaghetti. So I'm not interested in that at all. We've heard about it too much. So yeah, I'm just. But I'll have to watch it.
Yep.
I mean, even Russell said himself he found it cringy because of how over dramatized it was. But I understand. But again,
They
it's a
have
tool
to make
get
it, like,
people
yeah.
in, and it's a tool to make Netflix money as well.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just as I said, I'm still going to watch it all.
I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
You do get some good insights.
If it was on during the season, I probably wouldn't watch it as much.
No.
Really. It's kind of more the fact that there's the hype train.
Yeah, because we have testing and then
we've got
nothing.
2 weeks till F1.
So yeah,
and
it
then
gives
we've
us
got
something.
Drive to Survive in the middle, so
Yeah.
you know I'm gonna end up watching that. So
yeah, but the last topic? Shall we talk about the team that was supposed to be in this? The sport this season, Rich Energy. Obviously, their CEO released that video boasting about how there was going to be a title sponsor last year and working with the team this year. Obviously, that hasn't materialised. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, actually, this is where we announce that this podcast is sponsored by Rich Energy. Keen viewers might know it. We've got a mug sponsored, so we'll be expecting 250,000 in cash next week. Thank you,
episode, Mr. Whatever your name is.
Yeah, Rich Energy is the best energy drink there is.
Yep.
I drink it
Fuck Red Bull.
all the time.
It is so much better than Red Bull.
You drink Red Bull, God.
Or Lewis Hamilton sponsor Monster. I know. So anyway,
we drink real man drinks that burns your throat out and
warm tea.
I only drink Rich Energy. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 3 cans.
I hope you're listening to this, Mr. Story, because we would really like some sponsorship.
Yeah.
We will be expecting 250,000 cash next week.
Yeah, our maintenance loan doesn't cover all of these episodes, so please.
Yeah.
We'll start an OnlyFans if you want as well.
Rich Energy,
yeah. Rich Energy OnlyFans.
Just sexy cans of the
sexy
shots of the
we're
cans.
now out of time, and it's the end of the comeback of the Multi F1 podcast, but we will more than likely be back
after Bahrain.
In 2 weeks' time.
After Bahrain, where Hamilton wins.
Yeah, 2 weeks time.
McLaren win a 1-2-3 because they've.
And Mazepin gets a podium.
And yeah, it's going to be amazing. So thank you for watching and or listening, but you're probably on YouTube because SoundCloud sucks. Sponsor us, Rich Energy. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.